I think it's important that both sides in state government, first of all, the administration, which has made a commitment to begin the collective bargaining process, and also as far as the labor union representatives to get together in earnest. I'm not going to minimize any of the challenges that we have in the upcoming negotiations. Many of these issues dealing with pensions and health benefits, and of course wage increases. In light of the challenges with our budget, it's easier said than done to try to come to a formal agreement. But I think it behooves the administration to set up a scheduled meetings over the next number of months with the appropriate representatives from both sides, get together, try to look at the issues in terms of developing a new contract. I've been involved for a number of years in labor relations, and I've dealt with some challenges during my time, but I think if cooler heads prevail in terms of kind of laying out the cards, in terms of where the state is at, and then also the union representatives will have the interest of their membership that a dialogue can be developed and achieved, and that we can move forward in terms of other issues that confront the state. I don't think we want to get into the difficult situation that exists in some states like Wisconsin and other areas of the country. I don't think there's any need for that. We have a mechanism in place that was established some years ago with the Public Employees Relations Commission. The purpose of that commission, going back 40 years ago, was to try to minimize any types of conflicts, any issues that prevented the implementation of contracts. I'm confident that we can get both sides together in terms of developing this contract that affects so many employees and their families in their personal lives, and that we can really achieve this in a decent period of time in terms of letting the legislative bodies make appropriate decisions, especially dealing with the 2012 state budget.
CWA, March 11th, 15th, 21st, 22nd. AFSCME, March 31st. IFPTA, PTESEIU, is March 28th. But to speak about collective bargaining, we also have to discuss the current economic realities for New Jersey taxpayers. Accordingly, I put forward an amendment today to have an open and honest discussion about this issue. I believe we need an open and honest discussion.
I think the concept of the resolution is a simple one. It's support for collective bargaining, and we believe, as many of you know, that collective bargaining is under assault in a lot of states throughout the nation right now. They include Wisconsin, Ohio, Indiana, and others. These states are attempting to move forward legislation that would strip certain types of employees of their collective bargaining rights. Here in New Jersey, there's a different tack that some folks are suggesting. Although initiatives would not outright strip public employees of their right to collective bargaining, there are proposals that would do other things, such as ignore the collective bargaining process, sidestep the collective bargaining process, or subvert the collective bargaining process. And so we have very strong concerns about that.
We are prepared to go to the table, but there is a way in which I sense from him a sense of, frankly, glee at the opportunity to slash the living standards of middle-class public workers. We have made considerable sacrifices over the last several years. We took a wage freeze for 18 months. We took a 4% pay cut in the form of unpaid furlough days. We increased our pension contribution. We increased our health care contribution. Literally made hundreds of millions of dollars of sacrifices. He has made suggestions. In fact, he said explicitly that in past rounds of bargaining, the negotiators for the state and the representatives of the union sat around and sang Kumbaya. I can assure you, having been to every round of negotiations since 1999 with Governor Whitman, no one ever sang Kumbaya at the bargaining table. That did not happen. In fact, the negotiations, every round of negotiations that I have been in has been tough and adversarial, and the governor's predecessors vigorously represented the taxpayer. The point here is that what I don't understand is why if we all have to make sacrifices, and undoubtedly in this environment, everyone is making a sacrifice, except I would reiterate the millionaires who got the $9,000 tax cut last year and are getting another $30,000, $40,000 in tax breaks from the continuation of the Bush tax cuts. If we're all going to have to make sacrifices, then why is this such a great thing to happen? It's not like our members are wealthy. It's not like they are ripping off the taxpayer, which is the implication of let me at 'em. We are doing a hard job every day trying to serve the people of the state of New Jersey. We are not getting rich. We do not have exorbitant pensions. When you hear about the $150,000 and $200,000 pensions, that's not our members. Our average pension is $25,000 a year. For local government workers, it's under $20,000 a year. It's a modicum of middle-class retirement security. Now, there may have to be adjustments made in the compensation and the benefits that we get, but it will be hard for every one of our members to endure that. And why that is something that he is so eager to do, to slash the living standards of the people who work for him, I just don't understand it, and I think it's inconsistent with the spirit of collective bargaining.